10 Things Fans Should Know About Shane McMahon's Life Outside WWE. 10. Owning a motorcycle shop. Shane McMahon has always been an adrenaline junkie, and that is something that he has taken outside of his life in professional wrestling. That is clear by the fact he loves riding motorcycles, and not only does he enjoy that, but he has also taken the passion into a business. The former SmackDown Tag Team Champion is a part owner of the Indian Larry Motorcycle Shop in Brooklyn, New York. It's an example of him being able to bring something he enjoys while making a financial success from it as well. 9. International sports management work. Another job that he has taken up that is away from the wrestling world involved the International Sports Management Company. This is a company that Shane McMahon has sat on the board of directors for, with the company representing major names such as Rory McIlroy. It's an example of how McMahon understands athletes, and what is the best decision for them as individuals. It's something he has focused on massively over the years and was a great role for him to take on. 8. Acting work. Professional wrestling is something that lends itself nicely to the acting world as it gives wrestlers transferable skills that they can use to showcase different emotions. That's something that a lot of people are now opting to do, but Shane McMahon has also taken that opportunity as well. Shane was part of the movie Rollerball in a small cameo role, giving himself a movie credit to add to his resume. He also appeared in 2 episodes of the popular television series NCIS, proving he has what it takes to entertain differently. 7. Survived a helicopter crash. Shane McMahon has been involved in some of the craziest spots in wrestling history over the years, whether it be leaping off tall objects or being slammed through others. One scary incident in his real life saw McMahon involved in a helicopter crash, which was certainly a worrying moment. The helicopter he was in ended up having to perform an emergency landing after a malfunction was noticed, but thankfully Shane and everyone involved was perfectly fine afterward. 6. Worked in construction. Most people presume that anyone born into the McMahon family won't have to work hard due to the success that Vince has had in life, but that wasn't the case. While Vince made his children pay their dues with different roles in the company, Shane McMahon wasn't happy when he was denied a pay rise. Because of that, he decided to walk away from wrestling to prove himself, which led to Shane taking up a role in construction. It showcases the work ethic that he has as a person, not wanting to just take things for granted. 5. Attended university. Another example of Shane McMahon pushing himself outside of what most people would likely expect given the way he grew up comes from the fact that he went to a university to study and learn. It's another example of the work ethic he has and the desire to learn consistently. He went to Boston University and Roger Williams University as he majored in media and marketing, which is something that he has continued to tap into in other aspects of his life since then. 4. Mean Street Posse connection. A classic moment from Shane McMahon's wrestling career was when he worked alongside the Mean Street Posse, which was a partnership that worked perfectly at the time for the character that he was portraying. The decision to bring in those who were part of this group wasn't a random one though. That's because all 3 men were genuinely close friends with Shane when it came to his personal life, with this being a connection that ended up working out perfectly for them. 3. Teenage sweethearts. Shane McMahon's love life hasn't been brought into the public eye in the same manner that many of the relationships his family members have had. And a big reason for that is that his wife has stayed out of the business outside of appearing at ringside to support her husband. Because of that, a lot of people don't know much about their marriage or relationship, but it is a sweet story considering the 2 were teenage sweethearts. They began dating when they were at that point in life, and the 2 of them haven't looked back since. 2. He wanted to buy UFC. Shane McMahon is well known for being a big fan of MMA, which is something that he trains in and enjoys watching from a fan perspective. However, He is also a smart businessman, and he saw the growth in the sport way back in 2004 when he tried to buy UFC. Unfortunately, UFC wanted just too much for Vince McMahon to consider putting in an offer. But there's no doubt that it would have been a great decision had it happened, considering where the company is to this day. The combat sports world could have looked very different had Shane gotten his way. 1. Thoughts on Stephanie McMahon and Triple H. The relationship between Stephanie McMahon and Triple H is something that has become common knowledge in the wrestling world, and it is no longer a major talking point between people. Their decision to date worked out in the long run, but at the time Shane McMahon was reportedly against it. He wasn't a fan of the relationship, of the fact they kept things from him, and at the time he wasn't the only person that felt that way. It was always going to be a controversial one, but Shane has come on board over time.